Away we go then as Croatia kick off. A warm evening in Sheffield, matched by the passion being generated around the stadium. Certainly from the Danes, greatly outnumbering the Croats here, of course. And this is unquestionably a game that Denmark simply can't afford to lose in what is now a three-way fight for two places. This is Stanic. Good effort too, far over the bar. Very direct player, Stanic. Plays his club football in Belgium, and he was the Belgian League's leading scorer last season.
Well, bright start to the proceedings by Croatia. Shot on goal in the first 30 seconds.
Stanic way down this right side then for Croatia. Already, the referee wants to change the ball. Marc Battard from France. Perhaps that's on the instructions of Peter Schmeichel. He can get his hands to it.
I gathered the other day in the Scotland-Holland game, to blow the ball up at half-time, it was a bit soft. The players have been complaining about this, and maybe one of the reasons why it's flying all over the place at free kicks.
I don't think they're happy with it yet. Certainly seems to be too soft.
I'll tell you, they are too soft. This is what happened, as I say, in the Scotland-Holland game.
Calling for a pump.
No, that's ridiculous. The players think it needs a bit of air. The referee says no. Who's kicking the ball? Not him.
Well, it's a lull we could have done without, really. The game has got off to a cracking start with the early chance for Stanic. Peter Schmeichel is happier now. Outstanding in the opening game against Portugal. While the pumping goes on to repair the first ball. Laudrup. Foot was high then from Stanic. Don't think that was intentional. But certainly caught shot there. Didn't really see that as deliberate though, Saint, did you?
No, I think the referee feels the same way, Peter. He's just said, well, it's a foul that got on with the game.
Laudrup with a through pass. This is Boban, then Pozanecki taking over from him. The two key men in midfield for the Croatian side. Here's Bosanovic now. He'll be playing his club football with Derby County next season in the Premier. Stanic. Bilic. Going nowhere really. Schindler with the intervention. Schindler, who's coming down this left side then for the Danes. Having been left out of the opening fixture. And they were mainly on the defensive against Portugal. This very neat, attractive Portuguese team. And on the rack for much of the game. But of course they do break so effectively, the Danes. Bilic. And that should be Peter Schmeichel's. Picked up there by Vlahovic, who came on to such devastating effect in the opening game. Very dangerous front player, Vlahovic. Offside against Schuker. Peter Schmeichel, who made at least 3 crucial saves in the first game against Portugal. He was the first to admit his team could easily have lost that match. Of course, he was very much the hero too of their triumph back in '92 when they won the European Championship. Reaper. This is Michael Laudrup. Bryant was wide of him. Vlahovic. This is Stanic. And Sten Nielsen for the Danes. Pozanecki to fight Boban. They link so well in midfield, these two. Maybe a suggestion there, they've got too many generals and not enough soldiers in the Croatian team. Just need to find a bit of penetration up front, really. Was the case certainly against the Turks. Maybe they'll be a little more ambitious tonight. Yanni. He certainly loves to get forward down the left flank for the Croatian team. As he's done to great effect for Betis of Seville during the past season, and before that in Italy too. Bosanovic, who can't keep the ball in play. think he's going to be a shrewd signing, though, by Jim Smith for Derby County. Schertberg with Mark Reaper, who of course is with West Ham in the Premier League. Bilic, his teammate, opposing him tonight for Croatia. Helve. Cautious start really by the Danes, who rely very much on the counter-attack and their ability to soak up pressure. Schertberg, challenged by Bilic. Well organised at the back, Croatia, around these three central defenders, Jurkan, Stimac and Bilic. Tremendous vocal support in the stadium for the Danes. They've got around 15,000 here. The long throw from Schertberg. St. Nielsen. Now Helve plays his club football with Udinese in Italy. Helve again. Laudrup looking to release him, just overhitting his pass, but the idea was certainly there from the creative instincts of Michael Laudrup. Now, is this the ball? It is. It's the original ball being returned. So he's certainly got a sweat on the official there. He's been pumping away. Stimac. There's Boban. So much of Croatia's traffic will be directed through him, I'm sure. Bryant Laudrup has got great pace. This is Michael. Schertberg in support. The throw is Croatia's. Croatians admitting they were very nervous, very emotional for their first game. Even when we ran out, they said. So much resting on their displays. For the people back home, we've had such a torrid time, of course, in recent times. Schuker. Boban. This is Bilic. Stimac. Key man in Derby County's success in reaching the Premier League. Here's Boban, who was a championship winner with Milan. Won by Bilic. Pozanecki had made the run for him. Well, St. Morocco a flying start, but not too much has happened since. In firmly with the tackle, and the decision going Denmark's way. Back in '92, the Danes drew their first game, lost the second and won the last to qualify for the next phase. So they wouldn't have been too unhappy with their first result, that draw with Portugal. Match they could easily have lost. Schertberg got forward here. Behind for the goal kick. So what have you made of it so far, Saint?
After the first couple of minutes, when Croatia looked very bright, things have quietened down, haven't they? It looks to me as if Denmark are going to be very patient tonight, sit back and see if they can maybe hit them on the break.
Stimac. Yanni had made the run down that left side again. Brian Laudrup was right upfield then. They've left out Beck tonight, who was the lone front runner in the first game. That role seems to have fallen to Brian Laudrup tonight. There's Yanni swinging over the cross. Here's Stanic. He was certainly a threat in that first minute. Croatians believe they can be 30 to 40% more effective than they were in their opening game. You haven't seen the best of us yet, they say. Yerkamp with the header. It's cleared by Thompson of Ipswich Town. Stein Nielsen plays his club football back in Denmark with Odense. Well, that's over the head of Steve Andrews. A fine pass too, releasing Laudrup. Bryant, this is. Michael's in the centre. And Schönberg arriving. Desperate defending by Croatia from Asanovic there. And in the end, it's a goal kick. And much relief for the Croatians.
Well, that's the best move of the game so far. And I mean, Laudrup is just different class. I mean, he had a wonderful game the other night against Portugal. And that was a big number 13 coming up there. Larson with a header. Looked actually as if it struck an arm, but I don't think the referee could have given a penalty there.
Henrik Larsson, who arrived late on the scene there, and very nearly converted the opportunity. Thompson. Right down run. Defending by Yerkamp. This is Yanni. On by Vlahovic. Plenty of time for Thompson to tidy up at the back. He's shut there. Again, patient approach play from the Danes. Of course, they can't slip into another gear with the pace in particular of Brian Laudrup.
I think if they can get the ball up to Brian Laudrup, that will be the key for this evening's game. He's the danger man.
Schönberg Nielsen, the coach of Denmark, who did such a fine job, of course, to lead them to the title back in '92, when they came into the tournament at the last minute. Ironically, in view of tonight's match, in place of the old Yugoslav team. Quite a few of the Croatians who are members of that. This is Vlahovic, who's in the starting lineup tonight, and with Boksic, as far as we know, unable to start because of the injuries he collected in the week. And there were a couple of those. He had a clash of heads, certainly. Stanic, now Asanovic, a couple of players down in the centre. Boban is the Croatian, it's Michael Laudrup, isn't it? Yes, there's the captain's armband. So the two number 10s in collision, indeed the two captains. Boban, who was doubtful for this game with a knee injury anyway.
It was quite an awkward collision, this, isn't it? And I mean, the boots were flying in. I would have thought that actually Boban looked to me as if he got the worst of that. And yet he's on his feet.
And in both cases, they are two players who are so crucial to the way that they play, these sides. Michael Laudrup, of course, didn't feature in '92 after his much publicised differing of opinion with the coach. Well, they're both okay, but Laudrup has taken the worst of it. Certainly winded.
Yeah, I think he caught a boot in quite a tender spot.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll be all right in a moment or two, but certainly can't continue just yet. Very painful for Michael Laudrup. The Danes need him to provide the ammunition for his brother up front. Here's Boban. Stimac. by Reaper. Now Prosinecki. There's that little trick of his when he drags the ball. He's a skillful player, Prosinecki. He's never really fulfilled his true potential. This is Bilic. A bit ambitious to say the least then from Slaven Bilic, who has settled so well in the English Premier League with West Ham.
As you say, a bit ambitious to beat Peter Schmeichel from that range.
Certainly with the form that Schmeichel has been showing, not only for Denmark but for Manchester United too, of course, their latest double. Boban, very careless then though. Laudrup waiting to come back on now, over on the far side, if he can attract the attention of the French referee. Here's State Nielsen, who works very hard. Schoenberg wide of him. Jokan coming across to snuff out, Bilic in fact to snuff out the danger. Does read the game very well, Bilic. So Laudrup back on for the Danes. A very welcome sight for their army of fans here tonight. Schoenberg winding himself up for the long throw, away by Bilic, but only to State Nielsen. Then Stanic in the way. So Schoenberg to try again. Henrik Larsson is on the edge of the 6-yard area. Šuker. Asanovic. Good linking here from the Croatians. Off goes Boban. Options alongside him too with Yanni. Then Prosinecki. In goes Boban. Yanni. 3 in the centre. Boban. Their build-up can look a bit laboured at times, but they certainly broke quickly then. Prosinecki. Now they've gone back into their shell again. Bilic. And offside here against Davor Šuker. Claiming he didn't hear the referee's whistle. And in fairness to him, with all the din that's coming from behind that goal, he might well have been right. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, as the referee has. State Nielsen to Mark Reaper. This is Klaus Thompson. Boer is the sweeper. Schmeichel getting plenty of distance on his kick, but there's no bit of profit from that. The game hasn't really ignited so far. Danes have had a couple of chances. Certainly the Croatians had one in the very first minute. It fell to Stanic. But other than that, it's all been fairly cautious from both sides. Bilic. Now not trying to hold him off. And Stanic left his foot in then. Yes, Poor, who took the brunt of it, and it's going to be a yellow card. And no argument surely from Mario Stanic.
It was rather late, wasn't it? I mean, there was no need for him to do that.
Okay again. That's not very steady at the back, this fellow. He's taken over from Lars Olsen, who is back in the squad now. One of the stars of the 92 squad. Schmeichel, another one taking the kick here. Stimac to just away from Larsen. In goes Steyn-Nielsen, but now Pajanecki for Croatia. It's all getting very congested in the midfield. Vilfort on to Laudrup. Larsen. Here's Brian Laudrup. There's that little change of pace again, which can so easily unsettle defenders. Roman Yanni. Vlahovic trying to get the flick on. Asanovic to Stanic. Vlahovic making a run into the centre. This is Schuker. He does tend to drift out to the right. Boban. Good tackle. Nothing wrong with that from Larsen. There's Michael Laudrup feeding his brother Brian. Could be danger for the Croats here. Support arriving too. Still Laudrup. On for Michael. Almost got a clean strike at goal. Great defending by Asanovic, who had stayed there with Michael Laudrup. But an incisive counter-attack launched then by the Danes. Here comes Stanic now at the other end. Still Stanic. He hasn't got much support. Schuker. Deft control by him. Still Schuker. Well, he can't be lethal on that left foot, especially when he cuts inside. The leading goal scorer from all the qualifying groups. 12 strikes for Croatia. Looking for his first in this competition.
Well, it's the brightest spell we've had in the game. Chances at both ends.
Elvey seeking out Tim Wilfort. The header on to it goes Michael Laudrup. And Vlahovic is there. But he's certainly getting into advanced positions now, isn't he, Michael Laudrup?
Yeah, well, Michael Laudrup is playing sort of from midfield a little bit advanced, and his brother's playing even further forward than him.
Stinghat's on a run here. And it will be Croatia's throw. Pajanecki, who has been with Barcelona, but I gather Bobby Robson has decided he's surplus to requirements. Now Pajanecki, there's got to be caution. I think that was for kicking the ball away there.
Well, that's two needless bookings so far in the game. That was a stupid thing to do, wasn't it? Underneath the referee's nose.
He can be a volatile character as well as a very talented player, Pajanecki. Determined to prove his worth on the international stage now. Here's Reaper. A lot of movement ahead of him. Larsen making the initial run. Yerkamp with the covering block. Schoenberg taking the throw to Michael Laudrup. Of course, is leaving Real Madrid to go to the Japanese League for the next season. He says the legs aren't tired, but my head is. You know all about that, Saint.
Yeah, we've all had the touch of that.
Yes, but with you, the legs went as well.
Yes, of course.
Yanni to Yerkamp. There's certainly a good understanding between these defensive players for the Croats. They've played together so many times. Boban linking with Pajanecki. Schuker with the angled run. Vlahovic in the centre. Boban was in there too.
Well, that was a penetrating ball from Pajanecki, but they've really been, you know, playing football, just possession football, and not really creating an awful lot.
Rather the same story as in the Turkish game, really. But of course, they got their break late on with the goal from Vlahovic. Such a well-taken goal too, set up by the enterprise and the vision really of Asanovic. And for a long, long time, you didn't think that goal was ever going to come. Out goes her. Ghosted into the space then, checked by Boban. He was cautioned in the first match for a late tackle when he was looking to run off his injury. That was an error of judgment too from the Croatian captain. Brian Laudrup with the free kick. Reaper is up from the back, Thompson as well. But not this time. Brian Laudrup taking the free kick. Some speculation around that he might be leaving Glasgow Rangers. They're adamant that he won't be. Determined to hold on to his services. Being coveted, among others, by Barcelona at the moment. Asanovic. Shuker making his challenge from the left side this time. Switching flanks for a moment. Henrik Larsson. Stimans. Shuker was being held back. I don't think we've seen the best of Davor Shuker so far in Euro 96. Boban, cleverly done. He can't find the telling pass. And Shuker was there to tidy up. Here by Stimac. That was Helve. And Jurgen happy for Ladic to collect. Ladic, the one player in the starting lineup for the Croatians, who still plays his club football back in his home country. Bilic of West Ham. This is Jurgen. Although the first to say they are slow in their build-up, the Croatians, and they seem determined to underline that this evening. Osanovic to Bilic. Did they have the capacity to switch up a gear? Here's Poziniecki. Stanic, away by Vilfort, but only to Osanovic. Options ahead of him. One of them here is Boban. Thompson was quick to close him down. Off goes Brian Laudrup. He thought he was impeded, and the referee says no. Boban. Slipped on to Vlahovic. And Shuker worked it onto his left foot, and only just over the bar too, from Davor Shuker.
Well, Denmark are defending very well. They're getting a lot of bodies between the ball and the goal. It's a red wall as far as the Croats are concerned. But this boy Shuker is such a talented player. Just needed a little half a yard there, and that one just over his top. Little bender.
17 goals for his country, Davor Shuker. Just off the target then. Here's Henrik Larsson. Remember for his 2 goals against the Dutch in the semi-final of 4 years ago. Michael Laudrup missed out on that triumph. Imagine, we'll regret that for the rest of his life. He might say otherwise. Certainly didn't see eye to eye with the coach back in '92, but they've made up since then. Laudrup is a vital man again in the setup. Larsson to Boer. Now Reaper. This is Vilfort. Easily dispossessed though by Stanic. Boban. Given away to Henrik Larsson. Now Brian Laudrup. Schoenberg in support down this left side. Away by Jurgen. In goes Stein Nielsen. Vilfort. The referee was almost in the way. Terrific save then by Ladic. It was struck so venomously then by Vilfort. Remember him from '92, the second goal for the Danes in the final. 33 years old. still proving that he's got a part to play. Stimats to Prozanecki. Now Boban. Now how quickly can they spring from defence to attack? Here's Schuker, who's just onside. Stanic had made the run, hoping to open up some space for him. This is Vlahovic. Good turn. Couldn't finish. Well, he seemed to have completed the hard part. Just couldn't finish it off.
Well, it was a beautiful little ball played in the first place here. Turned the defender beautifully, and then just didn't get the power in the shot. Schmeichel's down low to save it.
Seemed almost a lazy shot in the finish. It's a great little turn then by Vlahovic. Well, I know he's very highly rated back in Italy. Fiorentina vying for his services. So are Valencia of Spain. He's with Hannover at the moment. Just been relegated from Serie A. Here's Helve, who's with Udinese. Larsen in the centre, away by Bilic to Vlahovic, Prozanecki. Thompson indecisively. St. Nielsen. Certainly the game just beginning to pick up a little now. Here's Osanovic, good play by the Croats. Boban alongside him. Here is Boban. No, Schuker hadn't read his intentions. It wasn't the best of passes anyway from Boban. Here's that shot again from Kim Vilfort.
Oh, what a super shot. Well, what a great save as well. The goalkeeper went across here, couldn't hold it. But every time that Denmark's gone on the attack, they've looked very dangerous.
Schoenberg. St. Nielsen. Here's Laudrup. Bryant, that is. Michael's pulled into the centre. This is Larsen. Jacking Jurkjær out. And it'll be a corner to Denmark.
This Larsen's a big workhorse, you know. I mean, he never stops a whole game. He is everywhere. He's up when he's down, and he does all the donkey work for everybody else. I'm very impressed with him.
He's certainly not confined to one position, is he?
No, he's not.
He may have tired a little in the first game. He didn't complete it.
No wonder the amount of work he does.
Thompson has come up again. Vilfort also around that 6-yard area. And Reaper. Ladic holding on. Vilfort lurking just behind him. Famous last words perhaps, but he looks pretty confident, this goalkeeper. Hasn't missed too much in the air, certainly, and that splendid save earlier from Vilfort. Osanovic. Whose ingenuity laid on the goal, the winning goal against Turkey. Osanovic again. Away from St. Nielsen. To Bilic. Now Schuker. Reaper had followed him out. This is Boban. Great little dummy then from Boban. No real sting in the shot. He's such a gifted individual. Sometimes on the periphery of things at Milan. They often tend to play him out wide, and he would prefer a central role, which of course he has for the Croatians. But they're enjoying themselves. The Danes, who've been making plenty of noise around the city of Sheffield, and I'm sure will continue to do so whatever the outcome tonight. The Rooligans, they're known as, I think. This is Reaper. What? Laudrup on for Vilfort. Again, Larsen is well forward. But there was no cross forthcoming from Kim Vilfort. Now Prozanecki. Here's Boban. Patrolling that central area along with Osanovic. Bilic. Now Prozanecki. Larsson's interception. Michael Laudrup. Bryan to his right here. Larsson. Helvey with Michael Laudrup. Now does Helvey have the pace? And some good sound defending by the Croats. Here's Projanecki. Clipped away by Klaus Thompson. Both teams beginning to show a little more adventure now. There's Bilic under pressure from Bryan Laudrup, who surely nudged him in the back. He's saying it was a dive, but I can't honestly believe it. But he's protesting about that.
Was it a push? Well, I think it was.
Well, the dive may have been theatrical, but it was certainly a shove on Slaven Bilic, who's a lawyer, so he must be right.
Oh, yeah, of course. Push comes to shove.
Vlahovic. Thompson back there defending again. Wilfort threatened by Projanecki. Vlahovic played it to Schuker. Vlahovic again offside. He wouldn't have counted. Schmeichel making the save anyway. It's a neat interchange there. Yeah, how tight is that?
Well, just offside, yes, but a very neat interchange. I think that's probably their best bet. You know, get the ball down on the floor and get it moving around these big fellas, the big central defenders of Denmark.
Well, their confidence is growing, the front two, Schuker and Vlahovic. Normally, of course, Boksic plays up there with Schuker. So, fresh partnership. It's beginning to develop now. Offside here against Henrik Larsson.
See Larsson again making a good run from midfield. Just a shade offside.
It's hard to work out where exactly he's playing. He's all over the field.
Well, he is all over the place.
It's a very flexible Danish team. Here's Schuker. Away from Mark Rieper. Boban. Had quite a long spell out through illness, Boban, towards the back end of last season. So he's done well to regain match fitness again. Here's Osanovic, the referee allowing him to go on too. Slipped through well. Vlahovic! Down under the weight of the challenge from Schmeichel. And the referee says that's a dive. Yellow card for Vlahovic. I think he was right too. Schmeichel came peering out. Down went Vlahovic. And no question he was looking for a penalty there. And that was the one thought in his mind.
Well, let's have another look at it. It was, again, a beautifully weighted ball in his path. He touched it by the keeper. Now, whether the goalkeeper got a touch on him, maybe from this angle we'll see. He certainly got it past him. No, he didn't. And I think it was just a case, as you say, a little bit theatrical.
Well, in my book, the referee was spot on there. They've been told to clamp down on that kind of behaviour. Certainly viewing the replay there, he didn't make contact with him. Just taking it too far, Vlahovic. He's very quick off the mark. He's actually causing a lot of problems up there, Vlahovic, to the Danish defence. We know he's well organised. He's not actually watching the game, that chap, is he? Just banging that drum. He's happy. Bilic. Osanovic. Michael Laudrup deep for the moment. The Danes will want him further forward. Here's Larsson. Michael taking over from him, but a real breakdown in communications there. Here's Schuker. The Croatians beginning to grow in confidence. Schuker! And Schmeichel having to make the save. The referee has ruled in favour of the Danes. Again, some incisive attacking here from the Croats.
Well, Schuker is, we were saying before, a very talented player, and he is causing a few problems for them. Now, if that goes straight out without him touching it again, it's a corner kick, and that should be a corner kick. He's surely not given a foul, is he?
Maybe he's given a foul.
Oh, he's
for the
given a
challenge
foul
by Shuka, yeah.
for nothing.
A bit harsh, I thought that one. They are beginning to impose themselves more and more now, the Croats. They certainly feel we haven't seen the best of them yet. I don't think we did at Wembley in that very cautious display against England, and not against the Turks.
Well, I didn't think so. I thought they were, you know, they were only there to have a look around that night.
Well, they play with plenty of passion. Plenty of patriotic fervour. They're certainly unsettling the Danes on more than one occasion. Cal here on Michael Laudrup. Real battle of wits in the midfield, Laudrup and Boban. Here's Stein Nielsen. Schoenberg. Didn't anticipate that one at all. Good climb by Reaper. There's Vlahovic releasing Shuka. Kojanecki and others in support too. It broke down very disappointingly there.
Now this could be danger.
Brian Laudrup getting that injection of pace. Michael's there with him. Helve in support as well. Slipped on, offside against Brian Laudrup. They kept their shape at the back, the Croats, sprung the offside trap, and it wasn't really read by Brian Laudrup. See how close it was.
When the ball is played, I thought he was onside. Just onside, but I think the ball, he wouldn't have caught the ball anyway, it was played too heavy for him.
I think the linesman was just a mite flag happy then. Kojanecki with Vlahovic. Now Boban. They felt they couldn't play their normal style because of the aggression shown by the Turks in that opening fixture, the Croats. So they are certainly hoping to be more of an attacking force tonight. They're beginning to show that. Kojanecki with Yari. Certainly gives them balance down the left flank. This is Osanovic. Taking on Stein Nielsen. They're going to get his cross hit too. Stanic at the far post here. Schoenberg was first to it. But at the moment, the Croats are looking more likely scorers. A couple of minutes of the first half to go. Henrik Larsson popped rather hopefully forward. I think Laudrup would have appreciated that. Stimac. An unknown quantity, really. The Croats, nobody knew quite what to expect from them. Everybody's saying they're the dark horses. Well, they're just beginning to get out of the stable now.
I think they're beginning to show a little bit of class in this match. But I still think it's a pretty even Steven game, and both sides have created little half chances, almost chances, and but the football's been good, and the competitive spirit of the game is good.
Kojanecki into the last minute now of the first 45. Showed his determination there, Kojanecki. Stanic, though, couldn't get away from Schoenberg. He's got his hands full with him, Stanic, down the right side. Almost caught out in the first minute when Stanic got through. Basking in the evening sunshine of Hillsborough. Bilic. Now Boban to Stimac. And And we're into time headed on for stoppages. 1 or 2 injuries in this first period. Vlahovic done really sharply then. And Thompson got a second bite at it. Bill Falk. Thompson. Composed first half. Klaus Thompson, Ipswich Town player. Quite a step up for him from the Ensley First Division to Euro 96. Ipswich, of course, just missing out on the playoffs. Brian Laudrup. Michael had set off through the middle. Brian Laudrup turning away in frustration there. But surely asking far too much of Schoenberg. Now Brown Laudrup. State Nielsen. Michael Laudrup in the middle. Yanni was behind him. This is Brian Laudrup. That ball claimed the Danes.
Well, this could be the last chance before half-time. The Croats are walking the referee back to have the ball, you know, taken about 30 yards when really it was about 25 yards out.
It was clearly handled then by Boban.
Yeah.
Michael Laudrup supervising the free kick. State Nielsen there alongside him. Schoenberg as well. As the referee brings that ball back. A real anxious moment here for the Croats right at the end of the first half.
Will we see a clever free kick, do you think?
Well, he's produced them in the past, Michael Laudrup. Off to Helve.
The answer is no.
I've been disappointed actually by the standard of free kicks, haven't you, so
It's
far?
shocking. Shocking.
You think of the class of player that we're seeing in these.
But I blame the ball, seriously. I do think that there is a problem with the ball. I mean, we've had this one blown up, but, you know, there's too many good players doing exactly what he's done, knocking it into the crowd.
Only an ex-pro could blame the football.
No, I'm telling you, Peter, there is a problem with it.
So there we are, the half-time whistle is blown by the French referee. Applause ringing around Hillsborough. We've had no goals so far, but there've certainly been chances for both teams. A goalless first period, but everything to play for in the second half. Croatia 0, Denmark 0 at Hillsborough. How much more the ambition the Danes might show in the second period. They really can't settle for a draw. Schoenberg here, looking for the long throw. Rusanovic failing to get it away. Schoenberg again. Michael Laudrup, down for brother Brian. Trying to wriggle through. Has he forced the corner? He has. Pace will be a constant source of irritation to Croatia. Thompson has made his way forward. Mark Reaper as well. They've got plenty of height in there, have the Danes. State Nielsen with a corner kick. Lausen. His first touch sends the ball spinning out of play. Stimats. Vlahovic to Bilic. Now Boban. Way by Laursen to Larsen, and now Brian Laudrup. This is Laursen. Boban. Vlahovic had shown for him, but it was a poor touch. Certainly worked very hard up front, Vlahovic, in tandem with Schuker. Boban has gone forward, still Vlahovic. This is Boban. Off goes Vlahovic. Has too much strength on the pass. Finnish Michael, who's been a fixture in the Danish goal for around 8 years now. Approaching 90 caps. At the age of 32. Pozniecki, who was man of the match in the first game. Laursen not on the same wavelength there as Brian Laudrup. What's your feeling on this, Saint? Do you think that the Danes will step things up now?
Well, I think they have to step it up. I think both sides will certainly go for the win. I think that is a fact. But sometimes you look at the Danes and you feel that up front they're very lightweight with only having the two Laudrup brothers. But I still think that if they can get the ball to Brian Laudrup, you know, he could be the danger man.
This is Vlahovic, now Osanovic, who I think is going to prove to be a very astute signing by Jim Smith. This is Osanovic now. He's going all the way here. No penalty. I think it's going to be another yellow card, is it? No, it's just a goal kick.
Given a goal kick.
I think for a moment there he was going to caution Osanovic for play acting. He's not going to be unnerved, this referee, is he?
No. Blimey, that looked to me very dubious, didn't it?
I think that was a stronger case than the first one.
Yes, I would think so. But he looks a good player, Osanovic, the number 7.
Good balance, isn't he?
Yeah.
Here's Osanovic. Outmanoeuvred though by Laursen. Now Brian Laudrup. Support here from Stade Nielsen. Too easily read. And that'll be a free kick to Croatia.
Come on, referee, let the game flow.
Well, he allowed them to take the kick from the wrong place anyway, so at least that's kept it moving. Here's Pozniecki. Can't be such a creative player, but hasn't really made his mark in this game so far. Maybe he can now. Here is Pozniecki. Delivering the cross, but Vilfort had dealt with it. Michael Laudrup just spinning away there. Great pass too to find Brian. Vilfort heading off through the centre. Still Brian Laudrup. Michael in there as well. Laursen. The Croats picked the ball almost everybody back, just Vlahovic upfield, and he's in his own half. This is Reaper, who the Danes feel has progressed so much since playing in the Premier League. They feel he's developed his all-round game. Henrik Larsson. Again, it's too predictable from the Danes. Now the break could be on here for Croatia. Pozniecki. We've got 5 up in this attack. Vlahovic ahead of him. Still Pozniecki. And there was no power in the shot.
Well, that's a couple of times he's created chances for himself with very good runs, Pozniecki, but the left foot shot, both of them have been really weak. I mean, he did everything right here, got himself in a good position. And look at that, just never connected with the ball.
He was subject to some of Johan Cruyff's rather erratic selections with Barcelona last season. He didn't play all that often. But no doubt he can be a very dangerous player. On by Schoenberg to Brian Laudrup. This is Stanic, who had the first chance of the game way back in the first minute. It's been kept fairly subdued since then. Stibats of Derby County. Yanni. Here's Schuker. Oh, it's a great through pass too. It could be in here. Stanic. The challenge by Peter Schmeichel, and it's a penalty this time. At the third time of asking. The referee from France, Marc Latter, has pointed to the spot, to the obvious dismay of Peter Schmeichel.
Well, certainly from where we are, it looked a penalty kick. I don't think he can complain this time. He went down for it, got his hands to it, and then you know, the player just right over him.
Stanic, who went bursting through, then confronted by Schmeichel, and in the eyes of the referee, illegally. So a wonderful chance here then for Croatia to take the lead.
I thought he was slow off his line actually in the first instance when the ball was played through by Schuker. I thought, you know, Schmeichel was slow coming off.
Davor Schuker will take this penalty kick. The man whose goals guided them through to Euro '96. Here is Schuker, and it's there. 8 minutes into the second half. Schmeichel very unhappy. But Schuker has delivered again for Croatia.
I think he only has himself to blame there, really. Schuker really deserves a goal. I mean, he really kidded him there as well, didn't he? He had him sitting on his backside.
Very cleverly taken, that penalty kick from Davor Schuker. Kept his nerve, retained his composure, waited for Schmeichel really to commit himself, and then steered it in. So now the Danes are really up against it. Just can't afford to lose this one. Schuker, goal number 18 for this fledgling football nation. On by Boban. Osanovic. Maybe the Croatians will begin to impose themselves even more now. They've taken the kick quickly. Vlahovic. Boban. Good play then by Boban. Schuker at the far post. Lovely control. Vlahovic then lost control. But the Croats appear to be visibly lifted.
Well, they are, and I think we're beginning to see all the little skills coming out now. The confidence is there, they've got the goal, and I think we'll see things happening.
Well, their coach maintains they're the best side in Europe. He'll be retaining that belief at the moment. Many say an enigma, really, Croatia. Nobody knows what to expect from them. Well, so far, they've looked like delivering. Vlahovic. Schuker setting off on a run. He was actually obstructed off the ball then by Klaus Thompson. I don't think the referee saw him. Swept on by Bilic. This is Stanic. A well-timed interception from Schertberg. The Danes have it all to do now in this second half. Stanic, the man who was brought down for the penalty kick in a wonderful season, his first in Belgium with Club Brugge. Leading scorer, remember, in the Belgian league. Ozanecki. Nobody has doubted the individual skill of the Croatians. It's just how they would perform as a team that no one could be really certain of. Just how they would adapt to tournament conditions. Stibats. Away by Lawson. But only to Boban. Here's Ozanecki. Movement ahead of him from Vlahovic and from Schuker. Here's Schuker now, and he's offside. That is the question they're saying, isn't it? It's okay in friendlies, it's how you perform when the big occasion comes around.
Well, of course, and we've seen that with England, haven't we? You know, the friendlies were very disappointing, didn't mean an awful lot to a lot of people.
But they did come through strongly. As I say, in their qualifying group, they finished above the Italians, so I suppose that should have been a warning to us.
Oh yes, of course. I mean, they did come here with a big reputation.
Just at the moment, the Danes have lost their way.
I think the Danes have really got to regroup. That was an early blow for them in the second half, but I still think they've got enough there, you know, that they could maybe get back on terms.
Kotanecki releasing the pass. Across towards Shuker from Stanic. And this time he was off the mark. So the Croatians, about 2,000 of them, we reckon, in the stadium, making themselves heard now. Pretty expensive package for them to make their way to Hillsborough, all the way from Croatia, but they've got supporters here from all around the globe, I gather. Even from Australia. Thompson. This is Lawson. A clumsy pass that by Thompson. He was not going to get away with it. Lawson. This is Lawson. And Yanni with the clearance. Danes want to bring on Mikkel Beck, who played in the first game, but didn't really look effective. But he's come on in place of Kip Vilfort. Looking to inject a little pace, a little more penetration up front for the Danes. Very exciting young player, Mikkel Beck, but certainly wasn't at his best in the first game when he was a lone figure, really, quite often up front. It's another corner, or rather a corner. That was a throw.
Well, the Danes had to do something, and bringing Beck on, at least a positive move. He had a quiet game against Portugal, but maybe tonight, coming on here, the incentive is there for him to do something.
Brown Laudrup with the corner kick.
Oh dear.
A waste from Lawson.
I mean, he almost missed the cop. That's the worst shot we've seen in the tournament. And it was a bit of a chance, wasn't it? I mean, look at that. All he needs to do is keep it low, and the Croats could have been in trouble.
He's pretty furious with himself, understandably. Some glum faces at the moment among the Danish fans. Too many had tipped them as favourites for the tournament, but they nobody did, of course, back in '92. And they surprised us all. But they came into that competition with absolutely no pressure on them whatsoever. Different story this time, really. Expectations were a lot higher. Played by Thompson, but he was fouling them. Using his arms for a little extra leverage as he challenged with Davor Shuker, whose goal divides the two teams. That with Usanovic. Yanni. Nice clever play by Yanni. Three in the centre. No problem though for Schmeichel. Delivering the early ball, but even Brian Laudrup with his exceptional ability and pace wouldn't reach that one. Stimac. Good thoughtful pass. Here's Boban. Vlahovic ahead of it. In goes Vlahovic. Good covering by Reaper. Now Beck may well be heading for Middlesbrough for the new season. Playing at the moment in the German second division with Fortuna Cologne. Michael Laudrup just easing his way past Usanovic, who left his leg trailing. No caution, just a reprimand for the new Derby County man. Michael Laudrup. In goes Vlahovic. Well, he's shown some endeavour tonight. Determined to hold on to his place even when Boksic is fully fit again. Bilic with Boban. Now Stanic. To Shuker. Again making one of those angled runs from the right side, which he does so well. Here's Shuker now. Onto his left foot. Now, the break is on for Denmark. Beck. Oh, good challenge by Bilic. Shuker, who was certainly bearing down on goal there. Maybe scoring that goal will release some of the tension he was showing, I felt, in the first game. No doubt he's a quality finisher. Getting a course for Real Madrid next season. Now, Steen Nielsen. Wide of him, Schürtber. Back in the centre. Way by Stimac for the corner.
That was a timely intervention by Stimac there, wasn't it? Because Beck was right in behind him. I had it cleared and Beck had an open goal.
Round up with the corner. Bilic who hooked it clear. Larsen. The Danes have kept plenty forward. Doesn't reach back though. It goes Steen Nielsen. Time here for Yari to clear. Excellent pass to Shuker. They can certainly play these Croats.
Well, when they get the ball down and start knocking it around, yeah, they look quite a useful side. But now that the Danes have got Beck on, they're playing two up front, at least they're having a bit of a go at them now.
Denmark's problem is getting the ball back off the Croats. Might have to bring their own on.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're playing it around like that and then somebody makes a casual pass and you lose it, that's when you're in difficulty.
Kozanecki. Bilic. This is Osanovic. Shuker is playing a central funnel at the moment, central channel. Osanovic. Kozanecki. Shuker ahead of him. Not easy to take the ball off him, Kozanecki. Having a little argument there with his teammates at the moment, but they've kept the ball for a couple of minutes now. Haven't got anywhere with it. It's taking the sting out of any Danish riposte, isn't it?
Well, it's frustrating for the Danes that they can't get a hold of the ball.
Here's Jurkan being invited to go forward. Vlahovic. And Schmeichels.
I think one of the things we've always said about the Croats, they can do this kind of thing. They can knock it around, have 20 passes, but they don't go where they should go, and that is to the heart of the other side and get a shot at.
Match. I think they felt with the first game it was simply important just to win, however they achieved it. Maybe now they can relax a little bit. Certainly if they come through this one with 3 points, they can. No doubt at all, they have to be serious contenders for the title. Osanovic. They're not going to be easy to beat, the team from Croatia. Still Osanovic. Lovely pass set to Shuker. Now, what can he do here? Nobody really in the centre. Just plucked out of the air with consummate ease by Schmeichel.
Yeah, but Schmeichel's kicking this long ball down the field. I mean, he's got two people who are, the height of nonsense up there, and it's not as if he's got two big lads he's aiming at. He's got to try and throw it out, maybe find him, knock it to the feet.
His distribution has so often been a key fixture, or key factor rather, for Manchester United. He has wasted the ball tonight. And it was his error of judgment that separates the team, thanks to the successful penalty kick from Shuker. After Schmeichel had brought down Stanic. Here's Osanovic. Kozanecki. Just wondering how Boban is at the moment, saying he's not really got involved and he's just
No, he's
going to
been,
look at that knee once or twice.
yeah, he's just been outside the game, hasn't he? He's just been occasionally gets a little touch at it, but not really doing an awful lot.
Laus. Man on the far side and sneaked in there. Schoenberg, they hadn't really picked him up. We nipped in round the back then. Just for a moment, I thought the Croats had lost their concentration at the back. Vosanovic. Stimac. Now Schuker. Schmeichel thought about coming for that one. Changed his mind. Vosanovic. Again, possession football from the Croats. Projanecki. Almost walking pace at times. But can they break into another gear? This is Yanni. Vlahovic is the only man in the penalty box for the Croats. Nelson in with the tackle. Now a substitution about to be made by the Danes. They want to bring on Tufting.
Yeah, I thought they would take this big fella off here, Larson, because I mean he has just run himself into the ground, and he did that in the last game as well. He is a workhorse of the team, but you know, he couldn't do it for 90 minutes, not the way he was playing.
So Stig Tufting from Aarhus comes on to win his third cap. His team won the Danish Cup earlier this year. Vosanovic with the corner. Stimac. Now I'm just holding him off there. I think the Danes will want more input now from the two Laudrups.
Well, I was just thinking, yeah, Brian has done a little bit, but Michael is just, you know, he's ridiculous, really. He's just standing around and doing nothing.
There's the early ball again from Schmeichel. Oh, Stimac and Jurgen getting themselves in a bit of a tangle, but it's gone unpunished. Reaper with the back pass. Just a hint of desperation now about the Danish play. Certainly from those prodigious clearances upfield from Schmeichel. Klaus Thompson. Now Jakob Larsen for Sten Nielsen, but he was easily robbed of it then by Vlahovic. Off goes Boban. Schuker and Projanecki away to his right. This is Projanecki. There's that little trick on the ball of his. Schuker, though, could make no headway. Down below as Yanni is just going across, I think just for some refreshment, though. The water bottles.
They're all having a little drinking session down here.
Bit of a treatment though needed for Jurgen, who has been very, very strong at the back. He's one of the most accomplished defenders in the Spanish league with Oviedo. They have plenty to concern them at the moment. Many thousands here tonight who are following Denmark. Slavan Bilic. Did Schmeichel get to that in time? As ever, berating his fellow defenders. But he was the man at fault with his error of judgment that led to the penalty kick. It's a corner from Projanecki. Stimac and Bilic are up there. It's just flicked away by Reaper. Vosanovic. Again, good skill by him. Jim Smith must be smiling if he's watching this game tonight. He's been very impressive, Vosanovic. The number 7 for Croatia. Perhaps they want to be number 7 for Derby County. This is Lausen. Good policing though. Ayani. Former Juventus defender, played at Bari as well. Tufting with the throw. Banks on the near post. Mladic came forward, and it'll be a goal kick. Thompson, who was challenging there with him. Very strong sunlight. I'm surprised he's not wearing a cap there, the goalkeeper. Mladic. He could borrow theirs, I suppose.
Maybe the goalkeeper at the other end.
Free kick to Croatia. Not exactly strolling through this game. At times they seem to be. Is one goal going to be enough? Boban. Vlahovic. Kick from Peter Schmeichel.
I mean, they're just big up and unders them, aren't they?
I think it needs a bit more thought than that. They are going to unlock this very tight, very compact Croatian defence. A good understanding, haven't they, the three in the centre there. Not too much gets past them.
No, but you have to say that the Danes have been a bit powder puff up front.
Predictable, I think. It's Boban. Now Projanecki. I think with Boban it's more about just keeping him out there now. His mere presence is so influential with those around him. He's certainly not fully fit. Projanecki. Sanovic, who's worked tirelessly. Vlahovic sitting off on a run. Shuka as well. The Danes certainly need now a spark of imagination from somewhere if they're to change the course of events. Poor to Michael Laudrup. He really hasn't been sufficiently productive for the Danes this evening. Here's Laus. He is certainly the man who could make things happen for them, Laudrup. Well, he's turned away in disgust then as the ball is played back.
Well, there's no targets for him. You know, the Danes just aren't moving. They're not giving the player on the ball options.
Well, they force the corner.
But while it's 1-0, Peter, anything can happen in a game, as you well know. I mean, if the Danes get a goal back right in it, and, you know, and it's all to play for again.
Sten Nielsen with the corner kick. Thompson is up there, and Reaper. Lausen. Boban with the block. "15 minutes to go. Shuka. Good hustling by the Danes. Thompson. Pressurised by Projanecki. Croats determined to hold on to this lead. It's not really being threatened too often. On by Reaper. No accuracy though on the pass. Here's Projanecki. Vlahovic, who was surely checked then, indeed he was, by Steve Tufting. I'm a bit disappointed with the Danes. I'd expected more from them in this second half. But the Croats seem to be in control still. They have the one goal.
If you're going to do anything in the game, your good players have to do it. You know, your good players have to have an outstanding game, and for the Danes, Michael Laudrup, who is on paper probably one of the best players, has absolutely done nothing in the game.
Rusanovic, that certainly doesn't apply to him. Chouquet taking up an excellent position here. Still Chouquet. He wants it on his left foot. He's right in the corner. He's not much livelier tonight, isn't he?
No, he's certainly played very, very well. But of course, he should have knocked that in. And his teammates are saying to him, "Why didn't you knock it in with your left foot?"
The attendance tonight approaching 34,000. The vast majority supporting Denmark, with their team were in serious trouble. Poznecki with the corner. Vlahovic let it run. Stimac! Was it in? Schmeichel with the second save.
It's another call for the third umpire, I think.
It wasn't over the line. That was a bad tackle there. Nice damage. There was caution in the first half. So I reckon he's a little lucky to still be out there. Stimac, the man whose shot came down off the bar. But linesman and referee decided it wasn't over the line. Stein Nielsen, it was a real let-off for the Danes. It goes Reaper off the post! Brian Laudrup in there right at the death.
Well, the old woodwork coming into play here at either end. This was a terrific free kick to the man at the back post. He nodded it square. Everybody comes in on it, and it was Laudrup who got his foot to it, and it hits the post.
Great header there down by Klaus Thompson. In goes Reaper initially. It was Laudrup, though, indeed, who got his foot to it. Back off the upright. So Croatia's turn to escape this time. Stein Nielsen with the corner kick. Lanic was tempted off his line. Laudrup. Beaten though by Boban. Such intelligent distribution too from the Croatian captain. Poznecki. Lanic from hearing off through the centre of the wasted run. Rusanovic. Stimac is out wide. He's chosen another route to Boban. Just elegantly and almost arrogantly flicking it on Boban. He's a talismanic figure for them, and they just want to keep him out there, I think. Poznecki certainly won't want to go off. Here's Boban now. Looks okay here. Chouquet at the far post. Reaper's header out. Rusanovic. Chouquet. He could be in now. In goes Boban! 2-0 for Croatia. Zvonimir Boban. And the captain has surely now put this game beyond Denmark's reach. He was involved in the build-up, and he was there at the finish.
He was involved in the build-up and away out in the right wing there, where he just ghosted past Laudrup, who was standing still looking at him anyway. But he ghosted past him there, and then Suka. This boy's had a terrific game, and it was a lovely ball in there. They were all at sea, Denmark, and there you are. Thank you very much, an open goal.
Perfectly measured cross here from Davor Chouquet, who scored the first from the penalty spot and now has laid on the second. Zvonimir Boban. Well, he certainly hasn't looked fully fit this evening. He's been carrying this injury. But he was in the right place there to sweep the ball in. Jurcevic is now coming on in place of Vlahovic, who's getting a great reception from the Croats. They're on their feet now around the stadium. Soldo, I think, is also going to come on. So it's a double substitution, and now Boban. can be spared. And my word, he has certainly played his part. The Croats are on their feet again now to salute his display. It's been a courageous performance by him. He's obviously not fully fit, he's obviously injured, but he kept going. Fabulous injection of pace that took him away down the right side. And there he was when the cross was supplied to provide the execution. Jurcevic on for Vlahovic. And Soldo for Boban. And you would think the game's up now for Denmark. Jurcevic. A smile then from the Croatian coach. We've seen too many of those over the past week or so. They've been very keyed up as the tournament got nearer. But now he can relax a little bit. Surely his team are going to take maximum points this evening, as indeed they did in the first game against Turkey. Osanovic. They might just turn on a bit of a show for us now. This is Yanni. Thompson's tackle. Well, they're in no hurry to take this corner kick, and you can't blame them for that.
I think the coach, Muller Nielsen, there really should have done something about his team there and shook them up, brought a couple off, put a couple of substitutes on, because some of them have gone through the motions, especially Michael Laudrup.
You haven't been too impressed with him, have you? Here's Osanovic. That was Soldo. As you were saying earlier on, it's the Laudrups in particular they were looking for tonight. It is the big name players that have to produce.
Exactly, and you know, if you stand around just watching the game, you know, it puts extra weight on the rest of the players, and they're not as talented.
Nelson to Beck. Hasn't really got in the game since coming on. But then the Danes haven't as a unit. In goes Laursen. Away though by Yanni. Excellent control again from Schuker, who sees Schmeichel off his line. Oh. Such improvisation then from Davor Schuker. Wonderful piece of thinking.
Well, that's the best bit of skill we've seen in Euro 96 so far. That was fantastic. I mean, to pick the ball up, have a look from that distance and try to beat a goalkeeper like Schmeichel from there was just wonderful.
And he only just got back in time. Osanovic. Breaking again with such purpose here, Croatia. It goes Suka.
Suka, after doing all the good things, he goes and misses the sister of the evening. All he needs to do is just nod it down and it's there. Here's the effort from just inside the half. I mean, look at the power in the shot.
Look how close that is to going in.
That would have been a wonderful goal.
Well, he was so disappointing, Suka, against England at Wembley. Certainly against Turkey, but my word, he's reminded us tonight what a fine player he is. Maybe something might be on for the Danes. No, Croatia had too many defenders back, and it was a misplaced pass anyway. Schuker. Schmeichel living dangerously as ever. Jurcevic, who went flying through the centre. Offside here, maybe Beck through the middle as much as Brian Laudrup. The Danes have been very, very disappointing.
Well, they have been disappointing, especially in the second half, but this fella Suka has been the outstanding player for me in the evening. You know, he's done so many good things, and that was just a little bit special there.
Jurcevic with Mark Rieper. Just 4 minutes left now. 4 minutes for the Danes to turn it round, and you can't really see that happening. Again, that long, hopeful kick upfield from Schmeichel, which really doesn't cause any problems at all for this well-organised Croatian defence. Marshalled by Stimac and Jurken. Alba Osanovic. Well, he's the oldest coach in the tournament. Blažević, and he's probably aged a few years since the tournament got underway. He looks content now.
I would think so.
Croats want to make another substitution. I was dreading this. Mladenovic is coming on. I've said it. You can have a go in a minute.
But you won't say it twice.
Here they come again. Kozanecki and Shuka making their way through, but Stanic lost his bearings there for once. But his acceleration down the right has been another source of countless problems for the Danish defence. Now Brian Laudrup trying to cause 1 or 2 here. The Croatians. It's a corner. Croatia want to bring on Mladenovic in place of Kozanecki for the last 3 minutes or so. Yeah, he's pleased with his display. They have certainly impressed tonight at Croatia. And I reckon they're going to get stronger and stronger as the finals wear on. Steen Nielsen firing his shot through. But cut out by that blanket Croatian defence is Stimac. Schoenberg. Corner to Denmark.
Delic actually a good interception there because you know, Beck was coming in behind him and actually was getting his jersey pulled at the same time.
The Danes have sent just about everybody forward. Only Højer has stayed back. Here's Steen Nielsen. Laudrup, the flag's up for offside. Schmeichel on his way back now, and he's going to have to hurry. Osanovic. Here's Shuka. Schmeichel is back in time, or is he? Oh, fabulous goal! A goal to savour from Davos Shuka. He so nearly outchipped him earlier. This time he has.
Well, he's in shock, Big Schmeichel, because this is fantastic striking, this boy. I mean, he's just had a wonderful game all night. He's been doing very special things, but that one there, to run at the pace that he was running at and score that type of goal was terrific. He was well onside when the ball was played to him, takes it in his stride, makes sure he's moving, and he sees a keeper off his line, just stubs his toe under it, it sits up and drops behind him. That is a wonderful skill, that's just special.
Well, Schmeichel was sprinting all the way back. He seemed to have got back, but he couldn't deny Davos Shuka his moment of glory. Sunlight so strong there, hadn't even spotted Schmeichel had got up. He was certainly racing back. Schoenberg delivering the cross, it goes back. Oh dear.
Goodness me.
It's not their night zone.
It's definitely not the night. I mean, we knew that sort of halfway through the game it wasn't going to be the night. Actually, when Laudrup hit the post, that was a turning point. But this fella here, Shuka, I mean, he has been very special on the night and thoroughly deserves to be, you know, on the winning side, and certainly for me the star man of the evening.
Well, Croatia are certainly going to take all 3 points now, thanks to the double strike from Shuka, and they're just toying with the Danes. How much more, I wonder, do the Croats have in reserve? Shuka, the Croatian hero. That'll be Reapers. We're now into time added on. Steen Nielsen looking to release Beck. Bilic out there with him. Michael Laudrup caught in possession though by the eagerness and the enthusiasm of the Croats. Osanovic, they're still going strongly here, almost on the final whistle. Schmeichel under pressure from Soldo. Just about got away with it.
I've never seen Schmeichel in such a tears of view.
Well, he's going to remember this night, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been wanting to forget it, but I think he'll remember it.
Here's Beck to Lausen. No more than a consolation the Danes are hoping for now. Maybe they're going to get it. The Croats felt there was some pushing there.
I mean, that was on for Laudrup surely to dive and head that. I thought it was a terrific little ball played in.
Looks like he's about to burst into tears there, Peter Schmeichel. He says this is one of his favourite grounds. I don't think it will be now.
That was the ball that set up the third goal. I mean, that was terrific skill in the first place, but that was just beautiful, beautifully executed.
Well, their range of passing has been so impressive tonight. Schmeichel and his Danish teammates have had no answer to Croatia. It's maximum points for the fledgling nation and a place in the quarter-finals. The dark horses are up and running now after this second win in the group. So impressive too, which leaves the Danes with only an outside chance of qualifying themselves. The coach taking all the credit there, taking the plaudits, and well, he might. An enigma they may be, but Croatia tonight are the toast of Sheffield. 2 goals from Schuker, 1 from the captain Boban, and they've beaten Denmark by 3 goals to 0.